You see, and most people are blinded in the thoughts that, well, I'm not out serving Satan. I'm not kneeling or praying to him or bowing to him. I want you to realize, you see, Satan don't care if you come and fall down at his feet. He just don't want you to turn to God. That's the one thing that he does not want you to. He will stand in your way and keep you from doing it if he can. You don't necessarily have to turn to him and say, well, I'm going to worship him. If you say, I'm in trouble, I'm in pain, I'm going to turn to Buddha. He's going to say, that's a good choice. You go right on. And you can find all the spiritual enlightenment you want there. And when you die, you're going to go to the same hell that people that are out here doing satanic cults are going to go to. No difference. You see, when you have a great rivalry, you think of in football, you have like Florida and Florida State. Here in Kentucky in basketball, Kentucky and Louisville. Boy, they don't get along, do they, sister? No, Last year during the NCAA tournament, there was a lot of people in this area that could care less who wins as long as Louisville or Duke didn't. That was, you wasn't necessarily rooting for a team, but you was rooting against one or two teams. The year before that, there was a whole lot of Louisville people. They'd care less who won. They just didn't want UK to. See, that's the mark of a big rivalry right there. You see, that's the way Satan is. He don't care who you go out here and worship, who you go out here and fall down to. He don't care any of that stuff. He don't care what you do with your money. He don't care. As a matter of fact, go and give it to the poor if that's satisfying. He'll be okay with that as long as you don't turn to Christ. Yeah. Because you see, as long as he can keep you away from Christ, he's got you. That's why when we stand up here and we say you're either serving God or you're serving Satan, you're serving one or the other, it don't register with a lot of people. It didn't to me. Because I knew good well I was not bowing to Satan. Well, I wasn't. I was bound to somebody else. And Satan was amen in every move. Every move you made. You stay right there. You don't need that. You've got it all figured out yourself. I want everybody to go to heaven. The Bible clearly tells me that everybody's not going to go. As a matter of fact, more people are going to be fooled than are going to submit. You see, more people are going to be like Balak, going to try to find another way. Not going to bow down, but going to try another way. To find a loophole, to find this or to find that. To be able to think that I'm good enough, or I'm not serving Satan, or this person's going, I got no problem. They'll do all that they can do. But I want you to realize that's Satan's lies. That's all it is. And so it comes down to this. I believe the Bible clearly teaches you are serving one or you're serving the other. Let me put it to you another way. You're believing one or you're believing the other. Because I promise you, Buddha's not talking to you. I can tell you. Why? Because you can go over to his grave and see where he's buried. Yeah, you can. He's not talking to you. Any of these other little religion gods that are out there, they're not talking to you. There's two. Two that are talking to you. One is God. One is Satan. You're listening to one of them. You're putting your faith and your trust into one of them. One of them is trying to show you heaven and show you the good things that he's got in store for you. And the other one is just trying to block you. Could care less where you go because he don't care about you. He cares absolutely nothing for you. And he wants you to go any way your heart desires or this world says is okay. He's wanting you to go. Pick one. It don't matter. As long as you don't turn to Christ. And if you are a born-again child of God, He's still talking to you, trying to get you to not come and be baptized, not join the church, not do the work that's required.
You made a mistake.
You're listening to him. Today, you're listening to one or you're listening to the other. I'm not talking about yesterday. I'm not worried about tomorrow. Don't care about what happened last week, brother. I'm saying right now, today, this very moment, you are listening to God, you're trusting God, you're obedient to God, or you're listening to Satan, you're trusting Satan's ways, you're obedient to him.